Hello everyone. In previous video we had discussed about the mobility. So first of all we revise that one. What is the mobility? So from the equation, what is the equation for mobility? So mu is equal to magnitude of Vd divided by E, that is electric fields. So from this equation we define the mobility, that the mobility is defined as the magnitude of drift velocity of electron per unit electric field, that is known as mobility. Okay, so that this topic we discussed in previous video. Now today in this video we are going to study what is the limitation of the Ohm's law. So first of all, what is the Ohm's law? That is also we have discussed. So Ohm's law, for that we consider one circuit diagram in which we connected one conductors and we apply the potential difference across that conductor by using battery. For measuring the current through conductors, we connected the milliammeters in series with conductor, and potential difference across the conductors we connected the voltmeter in parallel combination. Is it okay? Now the Ohm physicist conclude that the voltage difference across that conductor is directly proportional to the electric current that is passing through it. Okay, so this law is known as Ohm's law. When we remove this proportionality, we must be introduce some proportionality constants. So we get Ri is equal to V. Here R is the proportionality constant that is known as resistance. Okay, so this is the Ohm's law. What is the Ohm's law? Ohm's law is given by IR. So in some materials, in some devices that is we use in day-to-day life, it is found that these laws is not hold or obey. Okay, that means voltage and current that is not directly proportional to each other in some materials or devices. So we consider here three cases. We seen three cases in which voltage and current is not directly proportional to each other. So in first case we have given the graph. You can see this graph is between voltage and current. In this graph you have given the dotted lines. So these dotted lines is represent the Ohm's law that is satisfied. That means for this dotted line V is directly proportional to I. But you can see for solid line up to these points voltage and current are directly proportional to each other. But after these points this voltage and current is not directly proportional to each other. That means for solid line the Ohm's law can be not satisfied or not hold. Okay, so why this is happened? So when the current is passing through any conductors, it lost some energy in form of the Joule heat, and due to this Joule heat the temperature of this conductor is increasing. When this temperature is increasing, then resistance value is also increasing. So the resistance value of this conductor is increasing. So we know that Ohm's law is given by IR. Here resistance value is increased. So this equality is not satisfied. That means Ohm's law is not satisfied in this case. Okay. So here this graph is for diode and transistor. In diode and transistor, these types of the phenomena can be taken place. Okay, why Ohm's law can be not satisfied? Because whenever the current is passing through conductors, so it's lost its energy in form of the Joule heating or Joule heat, and due to this Joule heat the temperature of conductor is increasing, and due to this temperature the resistance is also increasing. So when resistance is increased, so this equality is not obey or satisfy. So we can say that for this case here for solid line the Ohm's law can be not obey. That means this is one limitation. Here this graph is for diode and transistor. Is it okay? This graph is for diode and transistor. Now second case. So it is found that the relation between I and V dependent on polarity of V. What is the meaning of polarity? Okay, we know that the relation between V and I, that is V is equal to IR. That means if you change the polarity of voltage, so this equation is not satisfied. Polarity means positive and negative. So when you change the direction of voltage, so not you get the same value of the currents for both value. Suppose we have the positive value of voltage, so at that time you get some values of the currents, electric currents. When you change the polarity or directions, so you get negative values of voltage. So at that time you not get the same electric currents for same value of the voltage. That means this relation between V and I, it is also dependent on polarity of voltage. Voltage may be negative or positive. We take one examples. You can see here you have given the graph. In this graph we notice that the current value in this axis that is given in milliampere. Okay, but in this case, in this axis, this is positive y-axis and this is negative y-axis. In this axis you have given the current value that is microamperes. Okay, what is the 1 milliampere? That is 10 to minus 3 amperes, and 1 microampere, that is 10 to minus 6 ampere. Microampere is smaller unit compared to that of milliamperes. So here you can observe that here you have given milliampere current, here you have given microampere current. So when you increase the voltage, your current is increasing in this manner. But when you when you change the direction of the voltage, so for same value of voltage you get the different value of the currents, because in this direction your current is given in microampere scales. That means for same value of voltage, but the polarity will be changed, positive to negative. So at that time your current value is different. Okay, that means the proportionality will be not hold. If you take positive value of voltage, at that time you get some another values of the currents, and we take same value but the polarity is changed, same value of the voltage but polarity is changed, at that time your electric currents get new value. So in short we can say that this equation is not hold. That means Ohm's law is not satisfied for these ones. Also this graph is for PN junction diode. Okay, so this graph is for PN junction diodes, and in which Ohm's law can be not satisfied. Now we consider third case. You can see in this case we studied that for one value of the currents you get the numbers of or more than one value of voltage. That means your voltage is same for your voltage have more than one value for a single value of the currents. You can see here from this graph. Here you have graph between current and voltage. Here you can see when your voltage is increased, current is also increased. When this reach at here, you can see this is nearly same value of the voltage in this portion. So for this value of the voltage, you get the current value that is fixed. Suppose I1. Okay, here your voltage value can be changed. Here you have suppose V1, then when you go ahead that is V2 and V3. But approximate for this portion your voltage value is changed but your current value is fixed. That means this equation is not satisfied, because your voltage value is increasing but your current value is still constant. We can say that for this graph also the Ohm's law is not satisfied, so this is also limitation. And this graph is for gallium arsenide. What? Gallium arsenide. Calcium arsenide materials give these types of the behavior, in which for difference value of the voltage you get same value of the current. Is it okay? So here we take three cases in which the Ohm's law can be not hold or obey. Now, so this is MCQ question in this theories, that is this graph is given. This graph is for what? Transistor and diode. Then this is for PN junction diode. Then this is for gallium arsenide. Now next question. Explain the classification of material on basis of resistivity. That means we classify the materials on basis of their resistivity. So according to the resistivity, material can be classified in three categories. One is conductor, semiconductors and insulators. So for perfect conductors, the value of the resistivity, that is 0, and the conductivity, that is infinity. That means the conductors has 0 resistance. What is the meaning of resistivity? The resistivity is the specific resistance. They can be oppose the flow of current. So for pure conductors or perfect conductors, this resistivity is 0 and conductivity is infinite. If resistivity is 0, that means conductivity is infinite, because both are inversely proportional to each other. So one examples of the perfect conductors or conductors, that is metals. So metals has the resistivity in range of the 10⁻⁻6 ohm meter to 10⁻⁸ ohm meters. This is MCQ question. Okay, what is the resistivity order for the metals? That is 10⁻⁶ to 10⁻⁸ ohm into meters. Now second category, that is exact opposite to that of conductor, that is known as insulators. So for insulators, we have resistivity that is infinite and conductivity that is 0. That means when you take the insulators, at that time you have the large value of the resistivity. That means resistance is high. They cannot flow the current inside that insulators. That means current is 0. Why? Because conductivity is 0. So some examples is also given. Materials like ceramic, rubber, plastic, these have the resistivity that is infinite value. Because of that, conductivity is 0. Also, the resistivity of these materials is 10⁻⁸ times larger than that of the metals value. Okay, this is second MCQ question. These materials have the resistivity that is 10⁻⁸ times greater than to that of metal value resistivity. Metal resistivity value. Okay, so insulator have large value of the resistivity and conductivity that is 0. Now in between conductors and the insulators, we have another materials that is known as semiconductors. So the semiconductor have the resistivity that is more than that of metals, okay, but less than that of insulators. So the conductivity is also in between the conductors and the insulator for semiconductors. Why? Because semiconductor have the resistivity that is more than that of conductors, but the less than to insulators. So resistivity is also like this. Resistivity of the semiconductors that is less than to that of conductors resistivity, but greater than to that of insulators. Is it okay? So this is the basic concept about the materials, which is classified on basis of that resistivity. Also, we have discussed in earlier class that the conductivity is given by N E by M into tau for the conductors. Okay, you remember this equation for the conductors, and resistivity that is inverse of this conductivity, then you get M by Ne into tau. So from these two equations we conclude that this is the number of electron that is constant, charge of the electron that is constant, the mass of the electron that also constant. So conductivity is directly proportional to the relaxation times. What is the meaning of relaxation time? So this is the time between two successive collision of the electrons with fixed time. This is time. So the resistivity is inversely proportional to the relaxation time. So in short, you remember that the conductivity is directly proportional to the relaxation time, and resistivity is inversely proportional to conductivity, that is also the inversely proportional to relaxation time. This is for conductors. Okay, notice that this is for conductors. And we also found that when we increase the temperature, then relaxation time is also increased. No, When we increase the temperature, at that time the relaxation time for conductors, that is decreasing. That means there is a more collision between two electrons in very short times. Okay, when we increase the temperatures, if the relaxation time is decreasing, so we know that conductivity is directly proportional to the relaxation times. If relaxation time is decreasing, conductivity is also decreasing, and the conductivity or resistivity is inversely proportional to the conductivity, or also inversely proportional to relaxation time. That means if relaxation time is decreased, then the resistivity is increased, or we can say that if conductivity is decreased, then resistivity is increased. In short, when we consider the conductors, for that conductors, when we increase the temperature, then conductivity is decreasing and resistivity is increasing. But for semiconductors, that is opposite case. When we increase the temperature, so the conductivity is also increasing and the resistivity is decreasing. This is the MCQ question. Okay, so now we stop here. So in today's video we discuss about the materials which is classified on basis of the resistivity, and in previous slide we discuss about limitation of the Ohm's law and we considered three cases. Okay, next times we discuss about the resistors, different types of the resistors. So we stop here. Thank you.